Hello RiotReds and welcome back to RiotRed RPG. For today's New Vegas challenge run, we can only use caps, pre-war money, and Legion denarius to get what we want. We can't just go pick up somebody's gun and sell it to Chet. That won't work. Only cash. We use classic alliteration to come up with a very shitty name. We then use space age technology so we can look at a reflection. We then store everything into a box because, as far as I'm concerned, none of this is money. We want our speech and our barter pretty high, so we go with charisma for once. For our tag skills, we choose barter, guns, and sneak. We choose skilled and small frame for our traits. I did forget to mention that we are allowed to loot bobby pins. After we get patched up by Doc Mitchell, we head over to Trudy so we can steal some of her caps from the cash register. We then fix her radio so we can extort her for some more money.
Not at all.
Outside, we talk to Joe Cobb, who wants us to kill Ringo. Before we do that, we go over to Chet's where we steal some of his caps, and then we buy some weapons. We play a little game of Sneaky Snake when we reach Ringo, popping him twice in the head with our silenced pistol. Chet agrees to give the powder ganger some supplies, which we immediately dump into one of his foot lockers. We successfully lie to Doc Mitchell to give us some more medical supplies. We stealthily kill a few of the good springers. This includes Trudy and Easy Pete. We then rank up to level 2 and choose Confirmed Bachelor. With the only defenders left in Good Springs being Doc Mitchell, Sunny Smiles, and Cheyenne, we take them out relatively easy. We loot the safe that's located inside of the school before making our way over to Chet to buy some ammo. I grabbed the snow globe in the graveyard. I figured since it's a key item, I would allow myself to at least have one of them, but I can't loot the rest, so I only get this. When we leave Good Springs, we rebuild our character, that way we can take advantage of skill twice. We swap out Confirmed Bachelor for Rapid Reload. Over at Sloan, we heal up Snuffle's leg, then head inside so we can loot the trunks upstairs. This is then followed up by buying some food, which prepares us to help out the powder gangers over at the prison.
Give me a shout if you need.
We talk to Eddie, who wants us to go over and kill Chavez. Before we do that, we buy some drugs and leather armor off of one of the powder gangers here. We find Chavez and his little crew chilling, so we take him out with our .22 pistol. Bringing us up to level 3 in the process. Eddie tells us about a shady merchant that doesn't seem scared of the powder gangers. Eddie's suspicions are then confirmed after we pass a speech check. We then kill him and take the 150 caps he had on him. Cha-ching. Before we head back, we kill Shart and Corn. Eddie heard a rumor that the NCR was planning on retaking the prison, so we head over to Prim so we can find some information on that. We kill the convicts just outside the Vicky Vance casino before heading in and then looting all of their safes. We attempt to rescue Deputy Beagle by taking out the convicts. This actually gave us a big boost in money because they had a lot of NCR Chuck E. Cheese dollars. While clearing the hotel with Beagle, I turn my back for 1 second and then a convict guns him down. Although we didn't save Deputy Beagle, Johnson Nash still rewards us with information and confirms that the NCR is in fact going to try to take over the prison. We ask Myers to be the new sheriff of Prim, that way we can have the powder gangers in charge. And then Eddie tells us that the NCR is already busting down the gates.
Feel free to kill a few of the bastards on your way out.
We try to help out the powder gangers but get a firing squad to our balls. followed by many, many deaths. I watch as the powder gangers inside get processed like meat in a meat grinder. So I decide maybe I'm on the wrong side. I make a tactical retreat. We escape the NCR and then wait an hour. During that time, Malcolm Holmes decides to make an appearance to give us all of his caps. We then sell our Chuck E. Cheese dollars to Chet, that way we make a big profit. We're able to get a pardon for Myers over at the Mojave Outpost.
If his sentence was closing up, I can see about getting him pardoned.
And while we're here, we also buy a bladed gauntlet from Lacey. We tell Myers that we got him the pardon, and then he slam dunks some experience in our pocket, getting us to level 5 in the process. After putting 3 bullets in a man's chest, Jacqueline decides that I'm the perfect man to come up to and vent her problems. With intelligence and misogyny going hand in hand, we just go ahead and kill Jacqueline. We know she's the problem. Over in Nipton, we rank up to level 6 and take the toughness perk. Vulpus wants to spread fear, and we want free experience, so we tell Sergeant Kilborn that the Legion is here. Followed up by talking to Ranger Ghost and getting that extra experience. After that, we buy a couple of things from the traveling merchants. We then loot the Legion camp for all their Legion denaries and their footlockers. We come across a couple of Viper gunslinger corpses that have some money on them. And then we find the people responsible and give them a big thank you. Our greed for caps and experience sees us taking out a Nightkin for Dusty McBride, who gives us 75 caps.
Find anything?
Naturally, since it's nighttime, we go over to Boone and take on that mission. Over at the Gibson scrapyard, we repair our bladed gauntlet. Then head over to the 188 to buy some ammo from Alexander.
Pleasure doing business with you.
We find a shit ton of money in a duffel bag and then head into Boulder City to kill Jessup. During this time, we miss a shit ton of our shots. We then take care of the rest of the Great Khans outside before letting the NCR out of their bondage.
Man, I thought I was dead for sure.
We gain enough experience for level 8 and then choose the Shotgun Surgeon perk. We head into this abandoned house outside of New Vegas, and then we're ambushed by a Scorpion gang member, followed by a bunch of fiends.
You thought you could hide from me? You like to save your own life?
So we say fuck it, and we're gonna go take their weapon shipment. Over at Miguel's pawn shop, we go ahead and buy a combat helmet.
Thanks.
We make up that money pretty quick when we find a destroyed caravan. I kill the Winds duo by shotgun to the back of the head, hoping that they had something good on them. They didn't really. Over in Freeside, Crandon then squanders all of his wealth when he gives me 50 caps, knowing damn well I'm not going to do anything for him.
Squander our wealth.
I use that 50 caps as a wise investment, buying a bunch of drugs. Unfortunately, other crackheads thought that that belonged to them, and I had to put them out of their misery. Not having the 2,000 caps required to get onto the strip, we go over to the Kings, that way we can start making some money. Our first task is to hire Osiris, but by the time we get to the Kings, I get a little bit bored and just decide to put a bullet in his head instead.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the runway.
That's life in Freeside for you.
We talk to a retarded person who sounds like he got attacked by some NCR soldiers.
Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tenant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Then Julie Farkas gives us the password and a scoop on what's going on.
Hold up. What's the...
Knowing Julie Farkas sent us, Elizabeth gives us some information on what happened. We take that info over to the King, and then one of his men say that Pacer is in a shootout with the NCR.
King, we've got problems.
Lay it on me. What's going on?
There's a shootout going down near the train station. It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing?
We head over there and defuse the situation pretty easily, and then head back over to the King, who gives us a big level up.
I heard all about what... You've helped us plenty, so I'll tell you what. Don't...
Thing to you, guy.
As our favor from the King, we ask for some money, and he gives us 1,000 caps. We convince the kid Max to sell us Archimedes for 20 bottle caps, and then spend another 500 caps on the passport.
Alright. Hey, if you're... What do you say?
Submit to a credit check.
Once inside the Lucky 38, we go ahead and rob the casino floor for all the money it had. We turn in the snow globe for 2,000 caps to Mr. House's fuckbot. Mr. House agrees to pay 5 times the amount that he was originally going to pay for the platinum chip. This motivates us to go tattletale on Benny to Swank, who agrees to send him up to his room so we can ambush him there.
Jesus. Okay, well, if you think that's the best way to deal with this...
After a bit of a struggle and some 22 bullets, we put Benny in his place. We turn in the platinum chip and make our way over to Cottonwood Cove, that way we can head up to the fort.
I'll wait.
Once inside Mr. House's bunker, we use our silenced pistol to kill all the robots and the turrets. Our only real trouble comes at the end when these laser turrets try to ream my asshole. Luckily, I played this game enough to where it's calloused. If there's one thing I love doing, it's playing both sides so I always come out on top. So we go ahead and tell Caesar that we destroyed the bunker, giving us a lot of XP. Then we turn in the quest to Mr. House, that way we get another 450 XP. With the bunker out of the way, it's time to go pay the boomers a visit. So we make our way through their artillery. Like a beehive that's been hit one too many times, we take our gun and shoot Pearl in the back of the head with it. Our bloodlust brings us over to the women's bunker, where we take them out with relative ease using our bladed gauntlet. We then followed up by fisting all the men in the men's barracks, taking them out with relative ease, although they did try to gangbang me a couple of times.
Contact. 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 Back to base.
We then take out Jack and Loyal. Loyal and Jack. People in the kitchen getting a smack. Pickpocketing guys who are high off some crack. Turning in his journal and getting them whacked. All jokes aside, we're a domestic terrorist and we killed all of the Omertas.
No way I'm sticking around here.
But with a background like that, we're perfect for blowing up the BOS bunker, which Mr. House would like us to do. We fight the BOS like we're Wolverine fighting some tin cans. The only problem is our bones aren't made of adamantium. They're also made of tin can.
Can't stand up.
Instead of wasting our stim packs, we make a tactical retreat into one of the other bunkers that had a makeshift bed. While sleeping, we reconfigure our brain to work like that of Chuck Liddell, so we easily massacre these guys. Fortunately for them, they threw enough meat at the meat grinder, and now my weapon is almost broken. So we take a quick intermission to head over to Old Lady Gibson. This turns out to be a very wise idea indeed, because as you can see, we completely hit this guy's armor off of his body.
Can't stand up to this, can you?
Downstairs, all the scribes run towards me like lemmings towards a cliff.
Retreat! This'll be over quickly. This isn't like...
After all their bullets, however, they only managed to give me a minor concussion. We take care of their leaders, McNara and then Head Paladin Hardin. And then we blow up the BOS bunker. Skipping over Mr. House's dialogue, we head over to the El Dorado substation so we can power it on. This gets us to level 14, where we dump it all into unarmed, and then take Piercing Strike as our perk. We go over to Mr. House, and then start the battle for the Hoover Dam. As soon as we're at the dam, we kill the Great Khans that try to back up the Legion. We make like Obi-Wan and obtain the high ground, sniping a Centurion with our 10mm pistol in the process. We then make our way down into the Hoover Dam offices, where these NCR heavy troopers try to keep us from our job.
Control room. Hey!
This only delays the inevitable, as we're able to install the override chip. We kill a single legionary, and then make our way over to the East Power electrical switch where we turn it on. Rolling with our army of Securitrons, we easily kill the rest of the Legion members that were on the bridge, making our way inside of the gate. We strategically lure some of these legionaries over, that way our Securitron can easily blow them up.
Come on!
We try our best to keep our Securitron alive, but these mad powder fisters easily take him out with a couple swipes of their fist.
There you are.
Unfortunately for them, a shotgun surgeon knows exactly how to remove their head. After that fighting, we're one sleepy boy, so we take an hour nap, but during this time we have a horrible nightmare. We get our legs blown off.
Retribution!
Luckily, that dream was nothing but bullshit, because the only one getting blown up here is denarius. We blow up 2 grenades in his hand before taking out our bladed gauntlet and finishing the job. His other men fall like little bitches.
Retribution!
General Oliver makes a big grand entrance, but with the help of the Securitrons, we beam them back to their home planet, Hell. After all this silly goosery, we finally make it to our end, finally beating New Vegas by only using cash. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a hate comment. Thank you. Bye.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.